The knock came in the middle of a bright afternoon, sharp and desperate, cutting through the low hum of engines and the smell of oil and sun-warmed asphalt. A small girl stood on the clubhouse porch with dust on her knees and fear in her eyes, her hands trembling as she raised them again to knock. Her voice, when it finally broke through the thick wooden door, carried a truth too heavy for her age, a truth that would ripple through every hardened soul inside. They had beaten her mother, and she did not know where else to go. Before the story pulls you any deeper, take a moment right now. If you believe kindness can come from the most unexpected places, if you believe in second chances and humanity rising when it matters most, please like this video, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, Kindness Journal. Your support helps these stories reach hearts that need them. The clubhouse sat on the edge of a quiet industrial strip, sun glaring off metal roofs and parked bikes lined like sentinels. It was daytime, the kind of clear, honest daylight that reveals things people try to hide at night. Inside were men and women whose faces told stories of hard roads and harder choices. They were known in town as trouble, as shadows best avoided. But when the door opened and the little girl stood there, all labels fell away. Her name was Maribel, and she had walked nearly 3 miles under the open sky because her legs were small and her hope was smaller. She carried the smell of dust and fear, and in her pocket was a folded note she had written herself, letters crooked and brave, explaining what she could not say without crying. Maribel's mother, Reina, had been trying to rebuild a life after years of quiet endurance. She worked days at a car wash where the sun burned her neck and evenings cleaning offices. The man she had finally decided to leave did not accept being left. That morning, in the harsh light of day, his anger erupted. Neighbors heard raised voices, then silence that felt wrong. Reina was left on the kitchen floor, conscious but unable to stand, her phone broken, her door kicked in. She had once mentioned to Maribel a place where people were strong and not afraid, a place where rules were strict but loyalty meant something. It was not advice meant for a child, but desperation does not care about age. Inside the clubhouse, the air changed. A man named Rourke Callahan, broad-shouldered with graying hair tied back, felt something tighten in his chest that he had not felt in years. He had buried a daughter once, long ago, buried her with the belief that the world had no mercy. Seeing Maribel shook that belief loose. He knelt to her level without a word, noticing the scraped skin on her palms and the way she kept glancing over her shoulder as if danger could sprint across the street at any moment. Someone brought water. Someone else closed the door gently, blocking the outside noise. No one asked questions the way police do. They listened the way family does. The challenge was immediate and heavy. Calling authorities would start a chain that might protect Reina someday but would leave her alone right now. Doing nothing was not an option. Acting meant risk, scrutiny, and consequences that could tear open old wounds. The clubhouse members wrestled with their own pasts, with mistakes that had taught them how quickly help can be withheld. Rourke remembered a time when no one came for him, when a promise made too late meant nothing. He would not let that be Maribel's lesson. They moved with purpose, not fury. Bikes were left behind. Vehicles blended into daytime traffic. A woman named Celine Ortiz, once a paramedic before life bent her path, rode in the front seat, eyes steady, hands ready. They reached Reina's small house under a sky that refused to darken, sunlight spilling through broken blinds. Reina lay where Maribel had left her, pain etched into her face but still breathing, still here. Celine worked quickly, carefully, grounding Reina with calm words and gentle hands, stopping panic before it could steal breath. An ambulance was called from a borrowed phone, the address given plainly, no names attached. The man responsible had not gone far. Daylight has a way of exposing cowards. He was found at a nearby lot, pacing, rehearsing excuses that would not save him. The clubhouse members did not touch him. They did not need to. They stood where he could see them, a quiet wall of consequence, and waited until the sirens arrived. In that space between arrival and arrest, something changed in him, something shrank. Accountability has weight even without force. Raina survived. Healing was not quick. Bruises faded slowly under the sun that streamed through hospital windows. Maribel stayed close, sleeping curled like a question mark in a chair that squeaked whenever she moved. The days that followed tested everyone. There were forms, interviews, whispers in town. People stared at Maribel as if she carried danger with her. But she also carried something else now, the memory of doors that